Hey there, boys and girls. How's it going? Oh my gosh. Hi guys. So I just wanted to kind of sit down with you guys for a little bit because as a lot of you may or may not know, during this time of year here on the channel, I've been doing this, I believe, ever since 2018, I want to say. But ever since then, I have been doing my year in reviews, basically just looking back on the year for me personally, as well as looking back on stuff for the channel. And I'm actually very, very excited to be talking with you guys about this year, because this year there's been a lot of good, there's been a lot of bad, but I feel as if the good have outweighed the bad. And I know a lot of people who've been doing their year in reviews on their channels have been highlighting a lot of the bad, and while I do also have some bad to mention, I feel like there's also a lot of good to mention, and I just wanted to get into that with you guys today. So, obviously, if we're going to be getting the elephant in the, if we're just going to be pointing out the elephant in the room, hey man, listen, COVID's happened, and naturally, I think for a lot of people, it's thrown so much stuff off. I was out of school for 6 months. We weren't even doing anything school related, just for 6 months straight. The second half of my junior year was basically just cut off. And in early August, we moved back into school. We started out doing kind of this hybrid model. We really stuck with that. And then around early this month, we actually went remote. And boy, howdy, remote has been terrible. Remote has been garbage. Here's the thing, and that's kind of something I predicted, but I want to kind of emphasize it a little bit. To give you guys a little bit of a background, and this is not to be a flex thing, but I just kind of want to tell you guys, in comparison, how this affected me, right? During junior year, I had really figured out kind of the school formula. I'd figured out how to really let myself exceed in it. As I had all A's and B's except for 2 C's. And I was really proud of that. I was super proud of that, man. Like, because again, I had never seen anything like that, and I had never felt so tip-top on top of it. You know, there were classes that I generally feel like I struggled in, but was still able to push out that A, B, or maybe even that, high C. So that was, for me, that was great. And, you never realize how much can get thrown off at any moment until it happens, like what happened with us going on hybrid or us going on remote, because my grades, man, oh my gosh, it has been such a struggle this year. I feel like senior year is unfortunately my year where I'm barely sliding by. And, I'm going to be honest with you, I hate that of all years that something like that is happening with my grades. It's this year. Like, that just sucks. I wouldn't want my senior year to be that, because, I think naturally a lot of people look at their senior year as one where you're just a lot more laid back, you're a lot more chill, and you're able to enjoy the good things of your last year of high school and your last year of really just regular school, if you will. And unfortunately, due to the way that COVID has shifted a lot of things, unfortunately, it's almost like, and I've noticed it's not just me, but a lot of people are really just more or less fighting to pass. That has really been a big thing, and I'm thankful that it's not just me who feels in that position. I'm really, really trying to give it my all, as we're about to go into my last semester, and after that I'm kind of free and off to do whatever I pursue. And I actually want to talk about that a little bit, because that is partially played into a lot as well. As a lot of you may very well know, or may not know that much, I have decided to myself that I want to be able to, in a general term, whatever I do in life, right? Whatever I do in life, whatever I end up pursuing, whether it's a dumb 9 to 5 or if it's this, or maybe something even more professional beyond that, I want to be able to incorporate in some way, shape, or form being able to spread mental health awareness. That is a big deal to me. And the whole reason that I reiterate this is because this is actually a slight change from how I felt at the beginning of the year. Earlier at the beginning of the year, I had a mentality where I wanted to spread mental health awareness, but I was locking myself a lot to only doing it in the form of being a therapist. Not to say that I don't feel like I could be a therapist, but what I am saying is that I'm leaving myself up to more options that, may not stress me out so quick. Because again, with thinking about being a therapist, you've got to think about all the college stuff and all that. And, I think I still plan to go to college. It's just, I think I was really locking myself to going right out of the gate, which, it wouldn't, I feel like for me just wouldn't be the right thing. I feel like I haven't really truly let myself explore the options that I have in terms of future stuff. Because I do know for a fact about myself that what I want to do in the future is being able to spread mental health awareness. But when you say that, there's a lot of ways to do that. And I feel like one of my biggest things has been, if there's anywhere that I'm going to do that, I really truly feel like this platform, being able to grind on this platform, grow a bigger community, and then really just push it out. Even just spreading it now isn't a bad idea. Because, there's so many of you guys here. There's so many of you guys to spread this message to. And it is just absolutely crazy how many people we really do have here. I know that not all 76,000 people really do watch every single one of my videos. I don't think anyone should really look at it as if that is the case. But I do feel as if we have a very large amount of people who are watching these videos for the entertainment's sake. And I think really, if I'm going to be segueing into anything by saying this, I actually want to segue into stuff regarding this channel in general. So a lot of you guys have probably recognized that, obviously, while I've been struggling a lot in terms of school and everything, finishing up school and all that, I wanted to talk about how YouTube's been this year. Because it's actually kind of, part of it's more positive, actually way more positive, and then part of it's a much more negative. So I wanted to kind of touch on that. This year for me was kind of a year of reflection for YouTube, right? For those of you who don't know, I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. In February, it will be 6. And I've got to say, I have had such a long history in doing what I do. And I think something really big that I've noticed this year is that I really I hit my breaking point in really succumbing to, what is it? Succumbing to just trying to fight with the YouTube algorithm about everything, trying to just grow constantly, being so worried about the numbers, being so worried about the content that I make, since, a lot of people probably, thought at first with the way that I made it onto the scene here on YouTube, a lot of people might just think I'm a one-trick pony because, I freaking, people know me as the corruption guy and all that. People know me as the corruption guy. And, I'm also kind of known as a couple other things that in general I'm more proud of. Corruptions, I've got to be honest. Again, I'm at a point where I will do corruptions again because I've said that outright. Lately, I've not felt really the drive to do them. But I will outright admit that if someone ever came up to me and they asked me, out of your list of things that you've kind of had go viral, right? Out of your list of things that you've had go viral, which one would you just want to boot out immediately? And honestly, I would really have to say Me Channel Corruptions. I know that's what everyone knows me for, right? I know that's what everyone knows me for. But it's kind of a pretty big deal when everything that ends up blowing up for you afterwards is so much. Your biggest thing that you're thinking to yourself is, yes, we're just getting that much closer to overshadowing the Me Channel Corruptions stigma. Like, we're that much closer to overcoming that. And I am still, I want to make this very clear. I am very grateful for what the Me Channel Corruptions video has done for me. I am ever so grateful for that, as it has done wonders for me that I simply cannot ignore. You know what I mean? Like, I cannot ignore what Me Channel Corruptions has done for me. But that also doesn't mean that I should lock myself to really just trying to stay in that line. Yeah, obviously, if I stay in that line, I'm probably going to be freaking, having really high number view videos. But I think one thing that I realized in the middle of the year, this was probably the early of my summer break. Some of you guys may remember, I had kind of a phase earlier this year where I was live streaming a lot. And truly that was due to the fact that I was in a place where I kind of looked at these live streams as filler content. I looked at it as filler content because I didn't know what to do, right? I was in this really bad state where, because of the stigma behind everything with me being like, you should just do corruptions because you're the corruption guy, right? I had this issue where, like, I would record a video of something that I actually enjoy doing, and even sometimes things that I did that I didn't enjoy doing, like corruptions as much. Like, I could record corruptions, and midway through I'm like, man, I hate how this isn't me, and so after a lot of fighting with that, I had a point towards the beginning of my summer break, probably in around June, where I was basically saying, guys, I really feel like I have hit rock bottom on YouTube. I feel like I want to quit. And for a lot of people, obviously that was a very sad thing. Because again, I feel like no one wants one of their favorite YouTubers to quit, or even just a YouTuber they enjoy in general. I don't want to like put words in you guys' mouth saying, oh yeah, no, Jordan, my favorite creator. Cause it might not be like that, but, yeah, in general, like, you guys were very supportive of whether I wanted to quit or not. Some of you guys were sad, but a lot of you guys were more or less just like, hey man, listen, you've been doing this for 5 years, and you're about to graduate high school. Go find bigger, better things if you feel that's what you want. And I was very appreciative of all the support of that, but really, truly deep down, I didn't want things to come to that point. I didn't want things to come to that general point that they had. So I wanted to just edge out hope and find out what it really is to me that will keep driving the force on this, channel. What will keep driving the motivation to do what I love and, just in general enjoy being on this platform, right? And I think the first thing that I had to do right off the bat was just boot out focusing so much on if a video gets low views and all that. I realized I had to stop doing that, right? Because obviously when you're a YouTuber like me, who really had just kind of is really known for a viral sensation that went off, right? You're naturally going to have this situation where maybe you have a video that got like 1 million views, but then you have, in hindsight, the videos that are just going to get like 1,000 views, right? Like, and at the time I was so worried about that difference. I was like, is this supposed to be happening? And am I not just doing well? And in reality, I mean, it's really just due to the fact that it's not what, those new people are used to. And I think that is just the reality of things, and that is fine. That is completely fine. And what I realized is that I had to stop worrying about that. I had to stop worrying about those videos getting so low views. So, and the way that I look at it now is like, for the people who do see it and do appreciate it, that's what matters to me. And that actually led me into something that I was really happy to discover about myself, which is a new style of doing gaming content. Now, a lot of you guys also, along with me being just the corruptions guy, a lot of you guys probably know me for my heavy editing. I've kind of had this heavy editing style for quite a while now. And while I don't mind it, right? While I still to this day find the heavy editing funny, I realized that in a way, the heavy editing, as well as how I perceived myself, which I'll get into in a second, was really just not me, right? Like, it just wasn't me. A lot of you guys probably look at me as this high energy, freaking yelling across the room type dude. You look at me like that. And that's fine because, honestly, if that is how you look at me, that is a fair argument because that is how I've perceived myself on this channel. And, in general, like, I just, like, I am not upset if anyone feels as if that is who I am, because that's how I've perceived myself. And in a way, I feel like in the earlier days of my channel, it was more real, right? That was more real. But I have noticed, especially as of this year, I just want to chill. Like, I just want to be chill and talk like I'm doing here. Like, I want to do that. I feel like part of it comes from like a maturity thing. I've matured a lot over these last couple of years, in between my time during YouTube. And, I've realized that I just want to be very chill. And, I've taken a lot of inspiration from my recent gaming videos from AlphaRad Deluxe. Now, they've changed the channel name, but for any of you who aren't familiar with AlphaRad Deluxe, basically it is the second channel of AlphaRad, who is a amazing YouTuber, by the way, one of my biggest inspirations right now in terms of content. But their whole style of content is just, it's primarily gaming, but what is so captivating to me is how it's just this really uncut, raw style where they just have discussions while playing the game. And I feel like, to me, that is one of the coolest things. You could sit here and acknowledge someone who has godlike editing skills and all of that. I will fairly acknowledge them for those abilities that they have. If I wanted to, I could pull out some more high editing video. It's not like ever since I took the style change that I just lost all editing skill. I have a lot less experience in it now, but I also feel like there's a lot that I've still kind of gained back, especially recently. And so, I was like, I really want to take on that style. I want to take on that style of being very kind of raw and unedited. Maybe an edit or two there if we ever need to do that. And all of that stuff. Like, it's basically just intro, video, outro, which I really just like. And I remember when I was trying out the style, I can recall after recording the video that I was just, I had felt like I had done it. I had cracked the code to what was bothering me for so long. Not only am I cutting out the analytical side of things being such a big focus, but I had also realized that this calm style of content is what I wanted. And I felt like I could just do whatever I wanted to do on the channel. And honestly, I think what was so crazy, now again, this didn't age completely well for reasons that I'll touch on in a second, but during summer break, guys, I legitimately had a pattern on my content where I was posting daily gaming videos for 2 months. That is so crazy, because I feel like I was so inconsistent on this channel for a while, to the point where you could have freaking put me in one of those memes, like a freaking Corey Kenshin meme, right? You know, you have the Corey Kenshin memes where he takes like a 9-month break. And obviously I know I haven't done anything like that. I've always tried to engage in some way where if I don't feel like I can engage with content, I'll engage with streaming, right? But like when I really hit it, you know, I felt just so motivated. And honestly, the only reason why that whole train stopped, because you guys probably noticed at some point that there's been kind of now a gap. It has not been because I've lost motivation, if that's what you were expecting me to say. You know, I have not lost motivation to do those gaming videos in the slightest. I have been meaning to get back to them so bad, right? I want to get back into doing them so bad, but school, right? School has kind of been the main thing that's gotten in the way. And that sucks, you know, that really does suck. But honestly, I am so happy with what I'm doing now. And in the times where I can't really push out gaming videos, you guys have probably been noticing, if I can pull it up to look at it real quick, you guys have probably been noticing that I've been pushing out a lot of just kind of random content, you know, random spur of the moment, just memes that have been on my mind, because I feel like crap posts, if you will, see, family friendly channel, have been kind of my content to do while I don't have the proper time to do these gaming videos. And believe me, guys, once I get the time to do them, you guys will be seeing them again. I know some of you guys have probably wanted them back really badly, and believe me, they will happen. But I think the last thing I want to touch on in terms of YouTube content, because again, I know this video is getting quite long, but I feel like I have no problem making these kind of year in review videos long, because, you know, they're really important, is regarding those crap post contents. I want to really touch on those, because I feel like some of you guys may or may not be aware that the crap post style content has had kind of an effect on the channel in a positive light. Because a lot of you guys may know, some of you may or may not know, this kind of goes into the milestones I feel like I've hit this year, was regarding my Patrick He Said What video. Now, this video I made after my weird spur of just random Snapchat filter videos. That was kind of like my real introduction into doing the crap post content. And I made it because, again, it was literally just taking that "I will trap Santa" in my box. And obviously, the original clip of someone making him say the big old naughty word for the pee-pee, that, I mean, I didn't edit that myself. The only part of that myself that came from me was the, you know, the part where it was like, and it got like the, you know, the you know, he said pee-pee. Yeah, like that was really the big thing for that. And so again, it's one of those things where it was done as a joke. It was done to be so minimal effort, right? And I, per usual with all of the videos that seem to blow up on my channel, you know, like Me Channel Corruptions or Smash Ultimate Google Translate, this video did astronomically well on the channel. Guys, He Said What is might actually be passing it, but it not, if not, it's close to passing Me Channel Corruptions in views. And this video has been up for 4 weeks. Guys, what the frick? That is the fastest a video has ever grown for me on this channel. It is currently the most liked video on the channel. 130,000 likes. What is that, man? That is so crazy, and I was not expecting it. It wasn't like Smash Ultimate Google Translate where it blew up like 7 months after it released. This just blew up immediately, and I don't know why. Apparently, it has to do with it could like I talked to one of my friends about it when it happened, and he was telling me like it could have to do with the fact that Patrick meme that you specifically made a meme of tends to kind of come around Christmas time. So whether that was the case or not, thank you guys so much for all of the support on that video. That video, I love that video. I love that video because of how just dumb it is. And I appreciate your guys' support on that so much because, you know, I by no means, you know, I feel like by this point, over the past 2 years, I feel like I should be used to having a video go viral because it's happened several times. But really, I never really, it's less of a thing of I'm not surprised that it happens. I'm surprised at the subtle timing at which it happens. You know what I mean? That's what I'm surprised about. So I just want to thank you guys so much for that, because on top of that, I had posted several crap post pieces of content after that, such as the Reggie meme and all that. And I guess due to the success of the Patrick video and how the algorithm had really been treating me, those videos did really well as well afterwards. My Reggie meme reaching 300K recently. The sequel to it reaching 200K. My So Phil Is It video just hitting 100K. Like, guys, what the frick? Like, it is so nuts. I've never had, I think, that many videos consistently do that well since Me Channel Corruptions. It is absolutely nuts. So thank you guys so much. If any of you guys are new, if any of you guys are new and have come from the channel just recently from, the Patrick video, or maybe the So Phil Is It, maybe the Reggie meme, I really feel like I have to sneeze. This could be good for a cutoff joke. No. Okay, no, I don't have to sneeze. Yeah, just thank you guys so much, genuinely, for all you new people, and for all you people who are already here. Thank you, man. It really means the world to me that you guys are just sticking around through all of the bull crap that you guys have probably had to go up to with the inconsistent content. I know content's just way more consistent now. It's a bit random now, but trust me, when things get to a state where I can actually, have the time to properly do content, believe me, I will get you guys some gaming videos. I will do it. The last thing I want to mention is regarding a milestone that we actually did reach. This is kind of one of those things that I kind of had a proud moment of. So for those of you who don't know, I am a big fan of seeing when YouTubers react to my content, right? And naturally, if any content of mine is going to be reacted to, it's probably going to be the bigger names like Smash Ultimate Google Translate. The last time I had something like that happen was with SMG4. Some of you guys might know them. They are the creators of MetaRunner, as well as being a big name in the Super Mario 64 bloopers community. They ended up reacting to my Smash Ultimate Google Translate video last year. That was kind of my big thing then. And I was like, that's awesome, because I really enjoy their content. And it was so cool seeing that. And then we had very recently had another situation like that happen. Although I would argue in my book, this is an even bigger deal. So for those who don't know, Jimmy here. Now, for those of you who don't know Jimmy here, all I gotta say is it is Wednesday, my dudes. That guy, right? It's that dude. He ended up seeing my Reggie meme, the first one, and honestly, that was super cool. Like, and he got such a good reaction out of it, man. And I was like, dude, oh my God. And I remember I posted about it on Twitter saying, thank you at Jimmy here, very cool, with just a quick little clip from him reacting to it, because I was so ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so wild. And what made it even cooler was just recently, I think it was like a day or two ago, he actually liked my tweet, which was like, what? Whoa. Like, it was so crazy, dude. I love so much of that stuff. And, for it to be the It Is Wednesday, my dude's guy himself, I'm like, holy frick, dude. Like, that is just nuts. So, To close out this, I know this video has been 30 minutes. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't watched the end, and that is fine. I've been rambling. But I have no problem making these videos longer because they're meant to be really just a year in review, and I want to take as much time talking about it in this video as I need, right? I want to take as much time, and I feel like this one has been longer than most of my year in reviews because there's been so much that has happened, so much positive, so much negative. I feel like a lot more of the positive outweigh the negative though overall. And so to close out this, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I feel like I say that during every year in review, guys, but I really mean it in this because, again, there's been so much positive stuff that's happened for this channel this year. You know, being able to discover what I want to do, being true to myself, and then having, you know, new people come in from the recent memes that I've posted. It has been just so cool. Also, that Christmas album. If you haven't listened to the Christmas album, go listen to the Christmas album. It's great. Me and DP worked hard on it, but it's a shameless plug there for a second. But thank you all just so much, man. Like it means the world to me that through all of the confusion and all of the struggle that I had with finding what I wanted to do on this channel, through all the times that I felt like I wanted to quit this channel, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. Because at the end of the day, you guys are just looking at a 17-year-old who really enjoys making content, who's been making content for the past 5 years since I was, you know, even before I was really a teenager. And so I appreciate you guys sticking with me so much. It really does mean the world to me. And I know you will probably hear that from so many YouTubers, but like, guys, I really mean it. I mean it so much. I love you guys to death. As a community, I know there's been recent drama regarding the whole saying of I love you guys and everything, but I'm not going to get into that. I love you guys so much as the community that we've built. I've met some amazing people this year who are simply fans who I now know as my friends, and some of you guys might know them. And so before I close this out, I just want to give my thank yous. After giving my thank yous to you guys as a whole, I want to give some thank yous to people who I feel like have genuinely helped me this year. I first of all want to give a big thank you to my sister. I feel like that is the first one I want to say before anything else. I don't know if she'll be watching this video, but sis, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for being one of the best siblings a person could have. It is genuinely, I hope you realize how much you've helped me, man. It is unlike anything else that I could have ever expected to have a sister like you. So be proud of yourself and how you've helped me, because I feel like sometimes we can lose sight of that, and just know I would likely not be here without you. And I sincerely mean that. In other lighter terms, on a more YouTube level, on a less personal level, I want to thank someone in specific. I want to thank someone in specific that really has been a driving friend who's really given me the motivation to keep going with this, and that's my friend Noobzor. My friend Noobzor9. You guys might have seen him around within recent times. He's a moderator in my live chats, but the whole reason I emphasize on him is because I have known Noob for the last 5 years. I've known him since the very beginning of my channel. We have had a long history, and this man has really been a driving force for pushing me to remind me that, you can continue doing content, continue being happy doing content. And Noob, I just want to thank you for being such a good friend. If you happen to watch this, I might just show it to you in Discord DMs or something. I don't know, but I really thank you so much, man. You've done way more than you may know, and I really want you to know that. And then in more recent terms, I want to thank a very recent fan who I've actually had the pleasure of becoming friends with, who we had a really good conversation last night about a lot of mental health related things. And I just want to thank my friend Petey. Petey, if you're watching this, again, similar to Noobs, I might just show you that. But I really appreciate what me and you have been able to build as a friendship over the time that we've known each other. It has been really crazy. I know for some people it's kind of frowned upon for YouTubers to become friends with some of their fans. I've never had a problem with that. As long as, because I feel like there's no harm in making new friends. And Petey being one of them, I really appreciate you, Petey. You've been such a cool person helping me during my rough times that I tend to have during winter. So thank you so much for being a pretty big light at the end of the tunnel for me, in terms of people that I can just socialize with and interact with during this rough time of the year for me. Thank you so much. And so now I'm finally going to close out this video. I'm sorry I rambled on for so long. It's been 36 minutes. I'm going to let you guys get on with your life. But to close this out, I hope we are going to all have a really good 2021. I know 2020 has been an absolute mess for everyone involved. I know for me, there's generally very positive things that I could say about 2020 in terms of my channel. But let's not forget that COVID has always, I feel, been a underlying issue for everyone, no matter where you've come from. And so here's to hoping that whatever is happening with COVID, and especially regarding vaccines and everything, is able to push us into a better 2021. So I love you guys to death, and I hope you all are staying safe. And this is the closing to the video.